Hello, this is topic 5-4, more on little equations and formulas. So all we're doing is we're continuing our work of getting one variable by itself using reverse processes. And so we want to solve for b. And so I've got several things I need to get rid of. Let's go ahead and get rid of the minus 1 plus, first. We're going to do that by adding 1. And so that gives us a plus 1 equals b over 2 plus I. Well, the b over 2, that's still pretty solid, so let's go ahead and subtract our I. And so now we have a plus 1 minus I equals b over 2. And now, the opposite of divide by 2 is to multiply by 2. And so over here we get 2a plus 2 minus 2i equals b. Or, you could have just left it as 2 times a plus 1 minus I equals b. And that would have been just fine. All we're doing is we're trying to get our variable by itself. Once we've done that, we're done. We don't have to actually do any additional math. Well, now for example number 2, we're also solving for b. And so this b is over here, and I've got 2b minus 7. Well, I've got to get rid of that 7 first, so I'm going to add 7 to both sides. And that gives me a plus 3, because I can combine the 4 and the 7. So that equals 2b. To get rid of that 2, we divide. And so now I have that a plus 3 over 2 equals b. Quite simple. Go ahead and move over to number 3. Here they want us to solve for the capital C, not the lowercase one. So, that means we've got to get rid of the denominator. We'll do that just by multiplying by TC. And so now we get that TCW equals 1,000 big C. To break off that 1,000, we simply divide. And we get that the capital C equals TCW over 1,000. Again, quite simple. All we're doing is reverse processes, stripping everything away, so all we're left with is the capital C. Now here, we're going to need a mathematics chart. And we're going to need to find the appropriate formula to use this. And so first off, let's go ahead and get our chart and look for a sphere. And specifically, we want the sphere's volume. And so here is a mathematics chart. Circumference, area, surface area, volume of a sphere. And our formula is right here. So I'm going to start off by just rewriting this formula for my problem. V equals 4/3 pi r cubed. And we're told that it has a radius of 3, so r equals 3. And we're told to leave it in terms of pi. So my volume equals 4/3 times pi times 3 cubed. Well, 3 to the third power is 27, so v equals 4/3 pi times 27. I multiply the 4/3 and the 27, and I get that v equals 36 pi. And there's my volume. So here it was quite simple. They just gave us the formula and we worked it out. Let's go ahead and look at question number 5. Here we're looking at a square pyramid. Has a base area of 81. And its volume is 1188. And we want to find the height. So we need the volume of a pyramid. The volume of a pyramid is given as 1/3 capital BH well, a capital B stands for base area, and so we know that capital B equals 81, and we know that the volume is 1188. Let's go ahead and start plugging things in. 1188 equals 1/3 times 81 h. And now we just solve for h. 1/3 of 81 is 27, so 1188 equals 27h. Divide both sides by 27, and we get that h equals 44. Here, it's quite simple. We knew everything, so we plugged it in and solved for the unknown. Now for the last example, we could solve it in a similar fashion. However, I want to solve it using the things that we learned on page 1 of solving for a single variable. So we want the total surface area of a cylinder. Well, the surface area of a cylinder is 2 pi rh plus 2 pi r squared. And we're told that the surface area equals 882 pi, and the radius is 9. And we want to find the height. Well, first off, I'm going to go ahead and start rearranging. If I want my height, I'm going to need to subtract 2 pi r squared. So I get the s minus 2 pi r squared equals 2 pi rh. And then I just divide by 2 pi r. And I get that h equals the surface area minus 2 pi r squared all over 2 pi r. And I can actually put that in. 882 minus 882 pi minus 2 pi times 9 squared divided by 2 pi times 9. And so I'm going to go ahead and put in the top. 882 minus 2 times 9 squared gives me 720 pi over 2 times 9 is 18 pi. The pi's cancel, and 720 over 18 equals 40. And so that's another way to solve the problem. You can solve it by isolating the variable you want and then plugging numbers in. Or, if you prefer method 5, which I generally do, plug in your numbers first, and then use the steps of algebra to solve for the missing variable. Either method is fine. As you can see, this method will probably confuse you less, but I just wanted to reflect that what we did on the first page is still applicable here on our second page with number 6. Good luck on your assignment, and have a good day.